everybody, back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is May the 17th, 2024. It is about 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you had a great Friday. I hope it was productive. It was non-stressful. And I hope that you are looking forward to doing something fun over the weekend. And so, like I say, whether it's traveling, whether it's doing whatever hobby you like, whether it's spending time with friends and family, make every weekend you have a happy weekend and a productive weekend. You got 2 days that you have to spend with your family, your friends. You get to go out on those 2 days and just enjoy life. Make the most of it. I'm doing good myself. I just got home from work not too long ago. It wasn't a bad day. Today it pretty much was a normal day. We had some heavy rain come through yesterday, and it's actually raining right now. So if you hear a little bit of thunder in the background, I do apologize. But yeah. Let's get straight into the topic here. Let's talk about teachers, right? And how, despite there being reports out there about a teacher shortage, you now have school districts that are laying off teachers. And it's crazy. It's like, how is it that there is a teacher shortage, but now there's reports where, a lot of teachers are going to get, laid off after this school year. We're in May and the school year is wrapping up, and there's going to be a lot of teacher layoffs from what I'm hearing, or at least it's being reported in the news. And it just goes to show how we don't appreciate teachers enough. We don't appreciate the hard work, the dedication it takes to being a teacher, especially in this society where it's difficult. It's very difficult to be a teacher in today's society. And so really a lot of these school districts, they've decided that instead of cutting these middle management positions, instead of cutting these all of these numerous administrative positions, they decide that, okay, they have to make budget cuts, right? And so instead of cutting those positions, they decide that they want to cut the teaching positions. And that is absolutely ridiculous. If anything, we probably need more teachers in the school, because then there will be smaller classes, and with smaller classes, you're going to make it to where it's easier on the teacher, and it's easier for the student to stay focused and learn. And so it's quite unfortunate that we're seeing this big layoff happening. And I mean, despite the teacher shortage, it's like they want to talk about how there is a teacher shortage, but then they act like they don't have the budget to hire more teachers. We see this across other industries as well, but particularly with teaching, it's a big problem, because we need teachers in society. We need good teachers in society, right? And teaching in general, I mean, it's one of those jobs where you have to really be passionate about it to do a good job. If you're not passionate about teaching, then unfortunately you're probably not going to be a good teacher. And we're just seeing a lot of reports of these teacher shortages. There's a lot of teachers quitting. I mean, there was a pretty big resignation among teachers, or there's been a pretty big resignation among teachers over the past few years because they're just tired of dealing with the administrative the administration of these school districts that just don't seem to care or to listen to their problems and concerns that they are expressing to the district administration. And they're dealing with parents that don't care. The parents, they act like they don't care about their kid. They're dealing with unruly students, and that's, from what I've heard, is getting worse and worse in schools too. These lot of unruly students, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the parenting. You have the parents who don't care, and you wonder why their student is acting out. And there's a lot of teachers that just say, sorry about that. There's a lot of there's a lot of teachers that are saying, they're just tired of it. They're tired of the just all these issues that they're going through, and it's really stressing them out. And a lot of them have just gotten to the point where they're just tired of it, and they end up resigning. That's why you see this huge increase in teacher resignations over the last few years. And so with these districts cutting funding, and then it's like they don't want to give raises to teachers as well, although they report a teacher shortage. It's like they don't want to give raises to the teachers, and it's sad. It's like teaching, it's not an easy job. It's a job that takes patience. It's a job that takes dedication. It's a job that you pretty much have to be passionate about if you want to be good at it. Like other jobs, you can be good at a job and not really be passionate about it. Like you're just coming in for a check. But with teaching, if you're just coming there for a check, it shows, because the students are going to see that you're a teacher that doesn't really care. Like you're not fully you're not fully pretty much invested in the, helping the child learn the material. It shows that you don't care. And so you have to be passionate to be a teacher. I have more notes here. Like, teachers deserve more pay. In many places, teachers are just not making enough for what they go through, for the amount of time that they put in. And you have a lot of people that have this misconception that, oh, teaching is such an easy job. You only teach for what, 7.5 hours a day, from 7 to 2 or 8 to 3 or whatever. Teachers put in a lot more hours than that. You have to grade papers, you have to come up with lesson plans. They're just, you have to attend teacher meetings and all that. Sometimes you have to schedule parent-teacher conferences. You have to go to district meetings. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes outside of just teaching the class, right? And people say, oh, you get the summers off. I mean, honestly, who can blame them? It's a very difficult job. Jobs like that, I mean, you deserve some time off after you put up with what you put up with, dealing with, students administrate the administrative side. It's just so much you put up with. Um, it's a lot, especially if you're a public school teacher. I mean, I cannot imagine being a public school teacher, especially in any of these like inner city communities. I can't imagine it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It just, it's so much you have to deal with. You know, you have to make sure that the students learn the material. Um, you have to make sure that, um, you just have to deal with the administrative side, the parents. It's just so much. I couldn't do it. Public school tends to have a lot more unruly students than private schools on average, if we're being honest as well. So you have to deal with that aspect of it. Public school does, from what I hear, public school does pay more than some private schools. Not every private school, but with certain private schools, the public school side of education is going to pay more. But there's more you have to deal with being a public school teacher. So, but I think with public school, if I'm not mistaken, you still get the pension at the end of your career, right? If you're a teacher, let me know whether I'm right or wrong about that. You still get the pension if you're a public school teacher. I mean, that's cool, but it's still stressful. There's a lot of public school teachers, despite that pension, that are still quitting, that are still resigning and just going into different careers that are less stressful than being a teacher. You know, like I say, it just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And the fact that these school districts think that, okay, we need to make budget cuts. Where do we need to make budget cuts? Teachers. We're going to lay off teachers. And now you're going to be in situations where certain classes may not have a full-time teacher covering it, because I've heard of that situation before too, where it's like they'll have a class and they'll have like a long-term substitute in the class instead of an actual teacher, or they'll just have like teachers kind of rotating. I've heard of that. And so, and then you're gonna have the inevitable problem that since you don't have enough teachers, you're gonna have these really large class sizes where it's harder for the student to really focus in and learn the material, because that's just what happens when you have very large class sizes. It's harder for students to focus, and that in turn is going to affect the overall the overall, I guess you could say, ranking that the school district is going to have, because when you have these huge class sizes because you don't have enough teachers, then the students don't perform as good on standardized testing, and then the school district gets a bad I guess it's a ranking or like a letter grade or something like that. That's gonna go down. That's gonna go down due to the fact that they decided that teachers weren't worth whatever budget that they had, and so they felt like teachers were too much of a percentage of the budget, and so they lowered the budget for teachers. Didn't lower the budget for, say, these higher ranking positions, these administrative jobs, these middle management jobs. They didn't want to cut those jobs, but they wanted to cut teachers. And I also, from what I heard, they're cutting custodian jobs. That's an important job too. It's like, I don't even know what they're thinking. Like, do you realize how important a custodian is, especially in a huge school? I mean, it's like they, instead of hiring more custodians, they want to cut back on custodians, cut back on teachers. They want to cut back on the positions that actually mean something in the school, right? Because you need custodians, right? A school. I mean, let's be real. A school can be quite dirty, when you have just large amounts of students in the school. You have to have somebody that's ready to clean up any sort of spills, any sort of messes. You have to have people there, and if you only have, if you're understaffed with the custodian position, it's gonna take it's gonna put more stress on the few custodians they have. But of course, they don't care about that. Another position I heard that they're cutting back on is cafeteria workers, and that's going to lead to the same thing. It's going to stress out the cafeteria workers that they have left. And so these are important positions. Like, okay, you can say a school cafeteria worker doesn't make a lot of money. You can say a custodian doesn't make a lot of money, but their jobs are just as important, just as crucial for the functioning of that school. You need these positions, and to see that many of these districts across the United States are taking this approach to their budgeting is just, it's unfortunate that we're seeing this. And so teachers, man, I salute every teacher out there. If you're a teacher and you're watching this, leave me a comment below and just tell me how it is. Let me know the truth on how bad it is, because I hear it's bad out there, especially if you're a public school teacher. I hear it's bad. I'm being honest with you. Man, it's just an unfortunate thing to see that many school districts, they don't truly seem, in my opinion, to care about the educational side of it. It's like, it's all about the budget. It's all about, okay, where do we need to cut back at? It seems like it's not about the student, and it should be about the student. The student should be the first priority for a school district, because that student has to go through your school district and be educated enough to be a normal functioning adult in this world. And if we don't invest in education, sorry about that, like I said, it's been raining lately, and so that's thunder. But like I said, if we don't take the time, if school districts don't take the time to invest in a student's future, by providing them with good, having enough teachers in the school, and all these other positions that actually matter, that will inevitably lead to just the unfortunate downfall of a community. We need to invest in public education. The school districts need to take those tax dollars and actually do what's right and pay teachers more, bring in more teachers, bring in more good qualified teachers, and Listen to the teachers, because that's another problem too. The administration doesn't want to listen to the teachers' concerns about unruly students, bad parents. The district is not taking a stand against this. The district is not helping the teacher out, right? And that has a, what do you call it, like a compounding effect, because if the teachers are stressed out, they can't properly teach, and so the students can't properly learn. And so I just hope that things change, but who knows? Honestly, who knows? But anyway, y'all, I do thank you all for watching this video. Stay tuned for a weekend video. I'll probably upload something Saturday afternoon. And if it's not Saturday afternoon, it'll be Sunday afternoon. Sorry about that. But thanks for watching.